So let me get this straight. Google just changed their search engine for the first time in over 20 years, and people are not happy about it. People are not happy about having AI integrated, into their search. Yeah, I'm not just talking about just a one-time, let me ask AI. I'm talking about a complete experience, a complete takeover in their search engine. All right? You're going to be taken over by nothing but AI generated questions. Come on, man. Give me something else, man. Give me the option to do something on the internet. Google, why? Why? We knew it was coming. What next? You're going to actually tell me when it's time to take a shit. And I know I'm reaching right there, but let's just go ahead, jump into the damn video, see what they talking about. Google.
Today, Google is making its search engine entirely AI. You will no longer have the experience of just typing in a query and getting a list of blue links to relevant sites. Give me 60 seconds because this one is diabolical. Here is what just changed. Two things, and both of them change how every person on the internet finds information. Number one, the Google results page is no longer a list of websites. It is now an AI-built interface. Google said it themselves. Search will create custom dashboards, trackers, and mini apps right inside the search page. The answers will stay on Google, and you don't have to click out to a website anymore. Number two, Google just launched search agents. AI that actually monitors the internet for you 24 hours a day. You do not search anymore. The AI decides what you should see and sends it to you. The reader stops looking and the AI starts choosing.
What? It's going to think that I want to see this shit? And dude, I'm telling you, Google is about to take over people's minds.
Here's the part nobody is saying out loud. For 25 years, you have searched the same way. You typed a question and you got a list of sources. You decided which one to trust. You compared, you clicked, and you formed your own opinion. That skill is what Google trained you in. Google just deleted that ranking system. Now, one AI gives you one answer. You do not see the sources. You do not compare. You don't even need to verify. You read what is given to you. The most powerful research tools humans built in the last 25 years just became a closed loop. Here's a problem that I have is AI gets things wrong confidently, often, and you will repeat answers that may not be true. Here is what you can do right now. Stop relying on Google as your primary source of attention and information. Build something that you can control. An email list, a Substack, a podcast feed, a paid community. Move 10% of your effort there this week. Then 20, then 50. This is insane. 25 years of how the internet worked just ended. The people who saw it coming is about to win. The people who keep waiting will lose.
If you don't already
Damn, I would just assume maybe switch to a different browser, maybe use Yahoo. You ever get a new computer and, bro, it automatically defaults to Yahoo and you got to go sit there and install Google and you're like, shit, nobody likes Yahoo. But man, if you take a small gamble, you might take a gamble that Yahoo's stock might go up because more people will be on it because they hate the new AI kind of interface with Google. That might be a smart play.
No, then let me tell you, Google is no longer being Google. They have removed the search bar and turned it into an AI slate. The new Google web browser is going to have a big window where if you search things, AI will just give you all the results, and you're no longer going to see the list of websites to scroll through. I understand, trying to involve AI in your web browser because that's where the world is going, but not completely replace what you're known for. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. And a lot of people are saying they are going to move to other web browsers. This is the time for Bing, Firefox, DuckDuckGo. This is their time to shine, bro. Like, if there has ever been an opportunity for other web browsers and search engines to come up, now is the time.
I told you, now is the time.
Now is the time.
This is the biggest update to Google in 25 years.
But now it's totally reimagined with AI.
It's called the Intelligent Search Box, and here's what you need to know. Search is becoming fully conversational. You can ask long, detailed questions instead of typing keywords. It'll predict what you want and autocomplete as you type. It can understand text, videos, images, and even Chrome tabs. It'll remember context, which means you can just keep asking follow-up questions instead of starting over. It has AI agents that can search the web for you 24/7 and notify you when they find what you need. And this is huge for local businesses. Google can now call businesses, compare options, and help you book services directly. With Google's new intelligent search box, are we turning into those people from Wall-E?
If you use Google, I'm about to give you 2 new reasons to stop.
Shit's thinking for you. They said it would think for you, would finish those searches for you. It will continue to think for you when you're not even on it. It will continue to show you things that it wants to show you, not what you think that you want to see. It's doing the thinking for you. It's dumbing a lot of people down. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a large group of people that say, yeah, I ain't with this. But there's going to be the sheep. The sheep is going to get swept in by Google, and just before you know it, yeah, Google said this. God damn it.
First up, Google Search is about to update their AI summaries to include expert advice from places like Reddit. I don't know about you guys, but I've been on Reddit. It's great for memes, videos, stories, drama.
Did you say expert advice from Reddit, man? What the
But God almighty, most of the expert advice should be taken with a heavy barrel of salt. Fortunately, on my website, I do have a list of search engines that both respect your privacy and don't have AI summaries if you want to avoid this. Next up, Chrome, the browser, is secretly downloading 4 gigabytes worth of AI models to your device without telling you. For context, that's somewhere between 800 and 1,000 songs, or a large personal library of ebooks, or longer than the f***ing extended edition of Return of the King. If you delete it, it just gets reinstalled. The only way to actually ensure it stays gone is to mess with the Chrome flags. And no offense, but most of you watching this probably don't even know what that is, which just illustrates how insane it is that Google does this and makes it so hard to opt out. So while you're switching search engines, you should consider switching browsers entirely. Brave is probably going to be the easiest drop-in replacement for existing Chrome users, but Firefox is also a good choice, especially if you add the uBlock Origin ad blocking extension. I've got more details on both of these on my website for this stuff too.
Now we're getting into these clips now. You're starting to see people say, hey, look, they're pushing the Firefox. They're pushing these other browsers, man. I'm telling you, it might be a come up for small browsers, man. I might have to start looking at the stock for these small browsers. Now, I know nobody can really compete with Google, but if people that are used to something for over 30 years and it's not broken, why? Why do you change that? Okay, why do you change that? And I'm pretty sure people at Google, the white coats and the large heads, are thinking, you know what? We need to take people to the next 10 years and usher them into the AI era. And in order to do that at Google, why not start with the most used tool around the world, and that's the search engine bar. So totally get it.
I really don't see enough people talking about Google's new announcement where they're going to be prioritizing AI. For those of you that don't know, Google made an announcement where they're going to be prioritizing and shifting to an AI-only model. And since we're living in the middle of the ChatGPT generation, a lot of people aren't taking this seriously. What this is going to do is add an extra layer for whenever you're trying to do research. You're going to have to try to sift through the AI answers in order to find what you actually want. Not only do I think this is going to further atrophy people's brains because they're no longer going to have to look for the answers that they want, this is also going to be used as a tool yet again in order to censor the information that we do and do not get. And since Google is one of the biggest search engines in the world, I think this is going to really impact the way that our society runs. Our tech overlords are in the middle of giving us machines to do the thinking for us. The less thinking that happens, the more our critical thinking is going to degrade, which is going to make the general populace even more easy to control. The nefarious thing about AI right now is that it presents itself as a tool to make our lives better when that's not it. Make no mistake, this is just another way in order to dumb down the general populace that's around the world. But it's up to you in order to recognize this pattern and resist it. Because at the end of the day, a dumber society does not help a single one of us.
So, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. The delivery was kind of plain, but what he was saying had a lot of context to it, a lot of heaviness to it, man. They're doing this, and it's gonna dumb down the general population. Not only that, you're really gonna have to rely on AI to give you the answer, to supply the answer, because it's going to make it harder, like he said, to go and actually do the research for yourself. If you're trying to compare, if you're trying to go look, if you just want to take the time to do some general browsing and some general research, well, guess what? Because you're going to have an interface on Google that's trying to tell you something else that you just don't want to see. And what are the options? Do they give it to where you can turn off AI mode? Are we absolutely forced, or is AI shoving down our throats the AI shit, the slop? All right. How can you actually know what's real if you can't compare it with your own research? They're doing everything for you. They're going to give you all the information, just like I said, shove it down your throat and feed it to you. And so, like, he has a great point. Like sitting here and having to battle through your search bar when you could have just been going through your links and kind of making it easy. Like, oh, let me check this out. On this website said this website is, you're comparing, and now they're taking that freedom away from you. Like, damn, that sucks.
Google is getting rid of search, and they're making you use their AI feature in order to search stuff up nowadays. The biggest reason why I feel like this is bad, and it's the simplest reason, it's that Google's AI is just fucking stupid. I saw this article at work. I immediately got vindicated because I searched up while I was at work, is Forza Horizon 6 on Game Pass? I was at work, so I didn't have a chance to actually check my Xbox Game Pass on PC, so I wanted to do a quick Google check to see if it's on Game Pass, and I took a screenshot of this. On top of that, it literally says from Google's AI, No, Forza Horizon 6 is not on Xbox Game Pass. And immediately below the AI feature is literally Xbox.com saying Forza Horizon 6 is on Game Pass. Eventually, these companies are going to have to understand, either through listening to their fan base or their fan base not supporting their shit, people don't like this AI shit.
It's giving out messages, and then look, if you don't read carefully, even if you're using ChatGPT or any other AI models, man, they're going to tell you in very slight, very translucent text, AI can make mistakes. Is it even here then if it's going to be making mistakes? I don't want it to make mistakes for me. Let me make my own damn mistakes. Damn.
So Google just made 5 huge updates and announcements. Here's what you need to know. Number 1, they just released Gemini 3.5, a fast and more efficient model. Number 2, they're making Google search more agentic, so when you ask a task, you can use AI to ask follow-up questions. Number 3, they're releasing Gemini Spark, which is an AI agent that allows you to do automated tasks. Number 4, they just released Ask YouTube, which is AI for YouTube that will take you to the specific video and to the specific part that you're looking for. And number 5, the hyped announcement, Google just released Omni, their newest video model. Let me know what you think about these updates below.
I mean, out of everything to YouTube, because we're on YouTube as a content creator, if you're making evergreen videos, and which is great, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. People were discussing YouTube views being down because people were once going to YouTube for the learning, right? For the learning videos, for that platform, so you can actually learn how to do stuff. But since ChatGPT and all these other search engine, AI search engines came about, they're quickly go to ChatGPT. But however, they still have to supply the YouTube videos there. So it's actually really nice to see that Google has implemented some sort of software where users who really want to see a YouTube video go to that YouTube video and actually get it right then and there without having to struggle through 1,000 videos. That's really nice. And I'm gonna say that's really nice because I was actually helping someone. You know, he locked his keys in his car. He had an old school 2015 Impala, and we wanted to figure out how to unlock it using a sliding door unlocker or Jimmy or whatever you want to call it. But it took me some time to really go through all the videos. So that option I really do like. Everything else is fluff. I think it's coming down to, you know, what type of people and small groups of people are actually going to use those interfaces.
Google just released a new update that's drastically affecting local business owners. The chances are you probably got into some phone calls that sound like AI asking for price. And what this new update looks like is when someone is searching for a specific service, it's going to pull up the maps, there'll be a button at the bottom that says have AI get prices. And then what's going to happen is Google's AI is actually going to call each business and then ask you directly on what your pricing and availability is. So it's not spam, it is technically actually people inquiring for your services. And yeah, it's frustrating as a local business owner because you're losing the ability to actually connect to the person and actually deliver value, because now people are judging you solely on pricing rather than the actual value you give as that business. There isn't a whole lot of information about this just yet because it is brand new, but my recommendation is do answer these, and if you do have to give pricing, give them a starting price, a low starting price. Because that way at least you give yourself the opportunity to actually get the real person on the phone.
What up, y'all?
I mean, dude, like, you know, half the time, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, these businesses and everything, you still just need to call yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why? Because if someone's running a business, they're already plagued by so many spam calls as it is. And now I'm about to get a robotic AI voice to call me and ask how much a 10-piece combo is. Well, guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and hang up because you sound like all the other spam shit that I've been getting. All right. So not only would it just maybe affect you directly because you're trying to find this information, it's still pretty lazy. Why don't you just call? It don't take the same amount of time, to be honest.
I'm about to go into the grocery store, but I need to talk about this Google search update for a second. Google is basically moving away from their old search model, going to this AI first model. So the old model lets you type something in when you're searching for something. You look through a bunch of those blue links. You compare sources. You decide for yourself what seems credible. But now search is becoming more like ask a question on ChatGPT and then AI gives you the answer.
Right.
And I get why that sounds convenient, but as a teacher, that actually scares me. Because one of the biggest skills we try to teach students is how to research.
And independent and critical thinking skills. They're about to take that away from a lot of people.
Not just find an answer, but how to look at where information comes from.
Is this source credible? Is this a random Reddit post? Is this an organization who wrote it? What's their biases? What are they leaving out? But if the internet keeps moving toward AI giving us one clean, confident sounding answer, a lot of people are going to stop doing that thinking themselves. It's like you have a library, but you're not allowed to go through the bookshelves yourself. You can only ask someone at a front desk a question, and then they bring you a set of books for you. So the bigger issue is this. We're already buying everything we need. Most of us don't grow our own food. We don't make our own clothes. We don't build tools that we use every day. We outsource everything for our survival. And now it feels like we're being pushed to outsource our thinking too, which Sam Altman did say. That's dangerous because when one or two massive companies become the middleman between all of us and information, then we don't get to just know anything. They shape our whole thinking. And AI is making that happen at scale very fast. Just to get a glimpse of what I'm talking about, let's look at this word delve. Ever since ChatGPT has been around, people have been using the word delve more often. And this is likely because OpenAI outsourced their training process to Nigeria. And that word is common there. It's frequently used. But now what's a common word in one place has influenced and affected how so many people are speaking. So just imagine how the whole world will be shaped or influenced by AI in the future. And I'm not saying AI is useless. It has helpful purposes as well. But convenience comes at a cost. Driving around is convenient because it gets you around quickly, but it comes at the cost of your muscles atrophying if you don't physically move around yourself. And as an educator, I'm worried that the cost is going to be people losing the habit of questioning what they're told.
Man, that is, man, here's some powerful clips, guys. What do you think? Is Google starting to become overpowered? Are they shoving down AI slop down our throats? Are they actually in it to actually help us, right? Are they sharing the real information? Why would you want to change something that's not broken and have not been broken for so long to push down something that we didn't even ask for? You just assuming that people want this. All right. You're just assuming because you want to compete with this thing called ChatGPT so damn bad that you think that your search engine can compare to something like that. No, man, the majority of the people still want to do research and think for themselves. Don't take that away from us. And I really hope that Google makes it optional. Like I don't want to sit there and have to worry about AI mode every single time. Okay, every single time I want to look to see what time a movie comes on. Every single time I want to compare cars or who has this sort of pricing and this and this and this and this. And not to even mention you're working in AI generated calls. Come on, man. Damn, dude, like this feel like this is I can see why it is mentally exhausting, and can be. But hey, there's other options. If you don't want to do AI, Google now, you can always do Firefox and Bing. You can work your way back onto these other browsers, and kind of go from there. I think Safari we haven't mentioned Safari. I'm not a big Safari user, even though I have an iPhone. I still use the Google option, but maybe I need to go to Safari. You get what I'm saying? So let me know in the chat below. Do you use AI chat to open ChatGPT or any AI models to help you with your day-to-day life, like asking it questions? If so, which ones do you use? I'll chat with you there. I'll see you in the next video.